Good evening. This is Pat Summerall, and I'm here tonight to be a part of history. Never before has so much energy and talent been assembled behind a community effort. This is not only a major sports story, but a statement about a community that is interested in its future. I'm excited to be a part of this effort, and I urge each of you to sit back, listen, and enjoy the message of how Tampa Bay can keep the home field advantage.
Live from Tampa Stadium, the television stations of Tampa Bay present the Home Field Advantage with News Channel 8's Chris Thomas, Tampa Bay 10's Al Keck, from Channel 13 Eyewitness News, Andy Hardy, from 28 Tampa Bay News, Drew Soischer, 44 News at 10's Pat Boyle, also Hall of Famers Terry Bradshaw and Leroy Selman, NBC's Dick Enberg, ABC's Frank Gifford, from CBS, Jim Nance, the Swashbucklers, Bert Fonten and Full Moon Rodeo. I'm Nancy Alexander, and now your host, Tom Rivers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our show tonight. This is an historic broadcast, and we're glad you're watching. Tonight, the Bay Area broadcast community is coming together as one with one goal, and that's to keep the home field advantage here in Tampa Bay. For many of us who grew up in Tampa Bay, our memories are of Tampa Stadium, big concerts like the Rolling Stones. The Hall of Fame, now the Outback Bowl on New Year's Day. We remember the silver anniversary of the Super Bowl with Whitney Houston's rendition of the national anthem.
The men and women of Desert Storm.
And of course, the red, white, and blue celebration welcoming home General Norman Schwarzkopf. We also know Tampa Stadium for football, and for a look at the fun of football, please welcome from WFLA News Channel 8, Chris Thomas.
Thank you very much, Tom. Thank you. If you were not part of the 55,000 fans who left Tampa Stadium Sunday wearing wall-to-wall smiles, then you missed the fun of what pro football is all about. Now, the home team doesn't always win, but it's always fun to be part of an NFL Sunday.
Football is a game of collisions. Football is a game of incredible speed, punctuated by acrobatic catches, gymnastics in shoulder pads. Football is a tapestry of flying bodies and controlled mayhem. And most of all, football is fun. Football, however, is more than just a game, and thousands of us get a kick out of it every Sunday. Attending a Buccaneers game really begins outside the stadium. Long before the opening kickoff, it's a Bucs fan of the future taking a stroll with his dad. The pregame warm-up is a line dance. The music is free, and it's fun to kick up your heels. Scenes like this are being played out in cities all around the National Football League. It's part of the drill. It's part of what going to a game is all about. Have you ever wondered why a hot dog always seems to taste better at a moment like this? Football is more than a game. It's a social event. Folks like these have been coming to Bucs games for 16 years. And even though they watch the calories and cholesterol more than they used to, there's still some good things to enjoy.
Game day program, $4.
Pro football is a sport, but it's also entertainment. It makes us delirious with joy, and it sometimes makes us a little angry. But in all cases, it's simply tough to beat. You want to have fun? Hey, try football.
Houston. He's got it. The Buccaneers win in overtime.
And as Michael Husted's game-winning field goal sailed over the goalpost, the Bucs climbed into first place in the NFC Central. And now to my counterpart from WFTS Channel 28, the ever-peripatetic Drew Soicher. Drew?
All right, thanks, Chris. Hey, tonight on a very special edition of NYPD, Drew, it's a dream come true. The New York City Police Department investigates Tampa Stadium and everything that's wrong with it.
I'm saying I got a bad feeling on that place.
Excuse me.
Drew, watch the game, man.
Excuse me.
It's a new team, you need a new stadium, right?
That's 100% correct.
Are your seats really that bad?
Yes, pitiful.
How are we going to fix it?
We need to get some club seats in here. We need to get some chair backs in here and some arm supports.
I think it's a good idea.
We got to help the owner pay for his franchise.
Why?
A big reason is we want him to stay here. So that's probably the biggest reason of all.
About what point in the game does your butt really start to hurt?
Right now.
You know what kind of pain this guy's going to be in? He's not going to sit right for 3 months.
There's no leg room. It takes forever to go to the bathroom. It takes forever to get concessions.
You serious?
Start buying tickets.
You've heard the phrase, it's a new day in Tampa Bay. Tonight in Tampa Stadium, it feels like a new era, and we hope you're feeling it at home. With a look at stadiums around the country, the newest ones in America, please welcome from 44 News at 10, Pat Boyle.
Thanks a lot, Tom. Everyone having a good time. You know, earlier we heard why we need a new stadium, but just what are we going to model it after? Well, for that, I checked out some cities around the country with new stadiums, new teams, and now new fans.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Super Bowl 29.
These stadiums bring their own distinct look and renewed excitement to the fans in each community, not to mention economic perks like the Super Bowl. The saying, if you build it, they will come, well, it worked in the movie Field of Dreams, and it also worked for the city of St. Louis. Their new stadium was the big reason why the Rams left Los Angeles. In Jacksonville, they opened the doors on their new venue just in time for the Jaguars' inaugural year in the NFL. Jacksonville Stadium was designed with the 90s football fan in mind. Of the 73,000 seats here, over 70% of them are located on the east and west sides of the stadium, giving 55,000 fans the best view of the game. 10,000 Jaguar fans make their way to the club area, an air-conditioned lounge loaded with televisions, great food, and souvenir shops.
You know, when it's hot, you can come in here and cool down. There's monitors everywhere. And you get to see all your friends and family. It's a wonderful club atmosphere.
And it's this kind of atmosphere that the Glazer family wants to bring to the new Tampa Stadium.
You have access to the great club lounge, which is a multi-story atrium-like hotel lobby in which there's restaurants, bars, exclusive merchandise shops. You can go there before or after the game, mingle with your friends, and then you'll be sitting right in the best seat in the house.
When it comes to the club seating level, you never have to worry about waiting in lines. You just find yourself a seat, and you can actually have your food and beverage delivered to you right here without missing any of the action.
I'll take a Coke and I'll take some peanuts, please.
It's not hard to find a fan who's enjoying this new stadium experience or who highly recommends the Tampa Bay area to join in.
I don't have a lot to compare with, but I have a lot of people who I've talked to, and they say it's the finest they've ever been in. It's beautiful. If you could build one just like it, you'd do yourself proud.
Thanks, Pat. Our show tonight is designed to be informative, inspiring, and entertaining. So please welcome the Tampa Bay Buccaneers swashbucklers and Full Moon Rodeo.
When I'm down and out, she's always there to pick me up. With a song in her heart, she's my lady love. If not for her, I wouldn't be all I am. She's the queen of the heartland, and she knows how to love me. She knows how to treat me right. She knows how to love me. She knows how to please me every time. She knows how to love me. She knows how to make my world go round. She knows how to love me. She knows how to love me. She knows 10,000 ways to make me smile. For her, I'd walk that country mile. Whoa, whoa.
If you're channel surfing at home, you're watching Home Field Advantage live from Tampa Stadium, a historic broadcast. And that was Full Moon Rodeo for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers swashbucklers. Earlier today, we had the privilege of speaking with the Commissioner of the National Football League, Paul Tagliabue. Commissioner, stadium issues aren't just a hot topic in Tampa Bay, but around the NFL. Why is a stadium deal so important to owners these days?
Well, I think it's because it's a place where the fans really see your game close up, and we've got to do better and better with our stadiums to make that experience great for the fans, and the new stadiums are so much better than the older stadiums that becomes a critical part of presenting our game.
In our situation, the Glazers have pledged some of their own money to help get the project done. Is that common for NFL owners?
No, it's not common, and I think Malcolm Glazer and his family really have done something here which is unique. They, in the way they've made commitments and kept their commitments. They said they were going to keep the team here, they've done that. They said they were going to go out and build a winner, they've done that. And with Sam's assistance and the players' assistance, we see what they're doing on the field. But the commitment they've made to pick up a big portion of the cost of this stadium is unique. And I think that the community is going to have to work with them, and they're working with a darn good partner in Malcolm Glazer.
If we as a community could call you on the phone and say, all right, this is our project, this is our challenge, what advice could you give us?
Well, the first piece of advice I would give is to make it a private-public partnership. And part of that would be advice to get an owner like Malcolm Glazer who's willing to pick up his part of the private partnership. Second piece is that the fans have to be prepared to commit to the team for the long term and recognize that this is a dream that's going to become a long-term reality for this community. And the third piece is to work out what the public part of the partnership is, and those three pieces have to fit together.
If we pull this off, Commissioner, if the stadium comes, the community comes together and the stadium gets built, what'll happen?
Well, I think you'll see the Super Bowl right back here in Tampa. It's been here twice. The last one was memorable for many reasons. Some people remember the game itself, the Bills and the Giants. Other people remember the setting of the Gulf War. But the NFL will be back here with a Super Bowl if this new stadium can get built.
And that's your commitment?
That's my commitment.
I know you've always had a love of broadcasting, and I know you've always wanted to take over the chair, so why don't you do the honors now?
Well, I sure would. I know a lot of thought, a lot of planning has gone into the concepts of this new stadium, and to hear about those, I'd like to turn it over to Al Keck.
All right, thank you, Mr. Commissioner. You know, all we've done is heard about a new stadium. We've seen pictures of a new stadium. Now for step number 3. How about a cake of the new stadium? You know, the Glazers say they're willing to put up half the money. With that in mind, Buccaneer fans will have their cake and eat it too.
The Bucs believe that they have kicked the game winner in the design of the new Tampa Stadium. The Glazers have toured every new stadium in North America, and their ideas are to make a football game as entertaining and as comfortable as possible.
We configured this stadium in a manner in which we could get 80% of the people on the sidelines with really great seats, leaving the end zones open with some seating for future flexibility.
Well, we think this stadium is now state-of-the-art. Will be the newest and best stadium in the country when it's completed. We think we've taken the best features from the newest stadium, from a Joe Robbie, a Jacksonville, and a Charlotte, which is yet to be completed. We've taken all the best features and put them into our stadium, which will be the best. If you don't choose to get in now, you're locked out for 10 years. If you have a football interest, you get in, you're going to have a great time. The place is going to be sold out, a lot of excitement there. It's going to be the place to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present the new Tampa Stadium. Seats, 80% from sideline to sideline, and the Bucs believe that this will be the showpiece of the NFL and the city of Tampa. And who knows, maybe in the year 2000, it will be the home of the Super Bowl.
Have their cake and eat it too.
Definitely.
Great job, Al. The most important part is yet ahead, and that's how you can get involved, how you can make your seat reservation. And with that, Andy Hardy will be up next. This is Home Field Advantage live from Tampa Stadium, and we'll be right back. Rubber meets the road. This is how you can get involved. Please welcome from Channel 13 Eyewitness News, Sports Director Andy Hardy.
Program. Whoa, what a big issue here in the Bay Area. Matter of fact, it's so big, I'm going to have to use the Jumbotron just to answer your questions. All right, that's much better, but I got to tell you, whoa, everybody looks small from up here. All right, the very first question, what is a charter seat deposit? All right, here's the deal. You pay a one-time deposit, which gives you the rights to the same seat for at least 10 years. And through special discounts on season tickets, you'll get your money back over those 10 years. Hello, can you hear me down there? Okay, yeah, I got your question. I got it. You want to know how much the charter seat deposit costs? Seat deposits for regular seating run from $190 to $480. And good news, 80% of the seats are along the sidelines. And if you want wider, padded seats, a club lounge, food and beverage service right there at your seat, the club level is the way to go. Oh, yeah, I hear you. I know what you're saying. The prices are a little bit higher, but I got to tell you, it's worth it. And now you're asking this question. How do you pay for the charter seat? It's an initial deposit of 50% up front. The rest of the money is due in March. Now you can pay by check, Visa, MasterCard, and check with your bank because special financing could be available. As I look out there, I see a lot of season ticket holders, and you're saying, hey, do I get first priority? Yes, you do. First priority. By the way, if you don't have season tickets, there's still first day priority. And you're saying, what's that? First day priority means all applications received by October 25th get top priority. Now, the later you apply, the lower your priority. All right, for applications, you have to check the St. Petersburg Times, the Tampa Tribune tomorrow, also area banks. One reminder, if you're a season ticket holder now, you got to get there the first day to have first priority. Tom?
Thanks, Andy. This year, a Tampa Bay Buccaneer was inducted into the NFL's Hall of Fame for the first time. With his memories of Tampa Stadium and thoughts about the future, here's Leroy Selman.
Thanks, everybody. I'm sorry I couldn't be here with you this evening. But you know, this stadium carries a lot of fond memories for me, as I'm sure it does for you. For example, our 1979 championship season. But times have changed, and we need a new stadium. Will you join me in building a new Tampa Stadium?
Hi, everybody. Jim Nance of CBS Sports. You know, Tampa is a community that is blessed with so many great assets. But one of the best assets there for your community is the Buccaneers. I hope you'll continue to give the team and its new owners, the Glazer family, your full support. Thank you, and go Bucs.
Red alert, Tampa Bay. It's time to build a new stadium.
We certainly would like to commend all of those of you who are supporting Tampa's home field advantage. This is the time for your support to continue Tampa Bay live and well NFL football in the Bay Area.
Your support of the stadium will ensure that the Tampa Bay area continues to be well represented nationally and receives its share of the economic impact that NFL football provides. A major league city with a major league team deserves a major league facility to play in. Do your part and help Tampa Bay stay a major league town. And we look forward to doing a Bucs game on Monday Night Football in your new stadium.
Hi, Terry Bradshaw. I remember coming to Tampa Stadium and getting so high my nose would bleed. I remember when covering a football game, you would see better if you were in an airplane. I tell you, it's been a long time coming, but it's time. I've changed, you've changed, and folks, let's not forget, Tampa Bay, as I speak, are 5-2. They're on top of the NFC Central Division. It's time for you to help make a change.
If living in an NFL city is important to you, it's time to act. It's important to all of us. Final thoughts, Chris Thomas.
The community is made up of diverse things, one of the most important in this community being the Buccaneers.
Pat Boyle?
It's go check time for the Bay Area. The franchise has turned the corner at 5-2. It's time now for the community to do the same.
Drew?
Everybody always says Tampa Bay is a great football town. Now we're about to find out if that's really true.
Al Keck.
You know, they say talk is nice, but talk is cheap. Right now it's time to put the money down.
Andy Hardy.
How important is an NFL club? Ask the people in Baltimore.
A big thanks to the Glazer family tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to the Glazers for being here tonight. Thanks to you for watching Tampa Bay. And thanks for helping keep the home field advantage here in Tampa Bay.